Hi, everybody. My name is Carrie Fernandez, and welcome to my introduction to essential oils. I am here today basically just to go over the super basics of essential oils and get you excited about it, help you have a better understanding of how and why to use your essential oils. So give me about 40 minutes of your time, and I hope that you're going to leave here with some amazing information. So let's just jump right into it. So first of all, thank you for coming. I have been using essential oils for about 5 years now. And so throughout this class, you're going to get to know me a little bit better and kind of a little bit about how I personally got started with essential oils. And I'm going to share with you my favorites and most used essential oils, and the essential oils that I find people use most, especially in the very beginning. Okay, so welcome. All right, so let's start right off the bat. So I do just want to tell you that I basically am here to hopefully educate you and empower you just so you have the right tools to use in your own home, to use as a first line of defense. So I have no problem with modern medicine. I absolutely love it. But if I can do something at home with myself, my husband, I have a 3-year-old little boy, if there's something I can do naturally to help him or my husband or my family, I want to do that first before I have to go to the doctor. So I just want to be super clear of, how we use essential oils in my house. So what is an essential oil? So essential oils basically come from plants. They are either steam distilled or cold pressed. And they're very, very, very powerful. So if you've ever enjoyed a scent of a rose, you've experienced the aromatic qualities of essential oils. These naturally occurring volatile aromatic compounds are found in the seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plant. So if you've had a leaf and you've broken it apart and you sort of feel that solution run to the tip of the leaf, that's actually the essential oil that's running in to aid the plant in healing. And that's kind of how essential oils work within our bodies as well. They're pretty powerful. So understanding the right way and the wrong way, all essential oils are beneficial to our bodies, but understanding the right way and the wrong way of how to use them, and there is a wrong way, is key. So if you want the most benefits out of your essential oils. Moving on, so let's talk about the 3 different ways to use essential oils. There are 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. So aromatically, the sense of smell is a tool that can be very powerful, both psychologically, mentally, and emotionally. Essential oils are quickly absorbed in by the smell receptors, which have a direct link to the limbic systems by way of the olfactory nerve. So it only takes 10 minutes to enter the center of the brain when you're actually diffusing an essential oil. And research actually shows and proves that directly affects your hypothalamus and the limbic system, and those are the systems that directly affect your reason, your hormones, and your emotions. So diffusing can be very, very powerful. Not to even mention the cleansing and purifying properties that you get when you diffuse the essential oils into the air. The next way we would talk about would be topically. So topical application is a very effective method for applying essential oils. The essential oils have a lower molecular weight and they're lipid soluble, which is fat soluble, and they easily can penetrate the skin. Once absorbed, they stay in the applied localized area for up to hours. So basically, to decrease the likelihood of developing any kind of skin sensitivity, you definitely want to use a carrier oil, especially if you've never used the essential oil. You would want to use, in an area just to kind of test for sensitivity. Always dilute if you're using essential oils with the elderly and with babies and kids. Like I said, right way and a wrong way to use those essential oils. So make sure you know the right way. It's always advisable to use several small doses throughout the day rather than one large single dose. Start with the lowest possible, maybe 1 to 2 drops. And a topical dose can be repeated every 4 to 6 hours or as needed. Everybody is different. Essential oils work differently for everybody. Our body chemistries are all different. So what works for one person doesn't always work with the same for another person. So it's really important to kind of try it out, see what works for you. If there's an essential oil that, let's say, for example, you have a headache, and you look up in a book or online and what essential oils are good for headaches, you might find that there's 10 to 15 different essential oils that can work for headaches. So don't think, oh, I have to have all of those essential oils. You don't. Just start with the first one. So maybe you might want to try peppermint to see if that aids with the headache. If that doesn't work, because it works for a lot of people, but if it doesn't work for you, there is an essential oil that will work for you. You just have to kind of do like a trial and error. Keep trying until you find the right one that works for your body chemistry. Always diluting, like I said, if you have sensitive skin, dealing with kids or the elderly, or if you're just unsure if how the oil is going to work with you. Something that most people don't know, when you're actually applying and using a carrier oil can be anything like olive oil, grapeseed oil, fractionated coconut oil. I personally like fractionated coconut oil because it really just sinks right into your skin and it doesn't feel oily or greasy. And also, if you're using fractionated coconut oil with any kind of like roller ball, if you're making them, it won't clog your roller balls. Some of the other oils like jojoba oil or olive oil, they can be a little bit too thick and they might clog the roller balls. Fractionated coconut oil, if you're not sure, it's a little bit different than regular coconut oil. Fractionated is basically, it doesn't have any smell or scent to it, and it doesn't solidify, so it stays in that liquid form all the time. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it because you probably will want to use it and love it because you can feel safe and confident when you use it. You can even ingest it. So it's just an amazing carrier oil. But again, you can use any carrier oil that you prefer. Where were we? Okay, so let's talk about internal usage. So I think when people are brand new to essential oils, this might be they're more hesitant when it comes to using things internally, which I totally get, but it's actually one of the most effective ways to use essential oils. And internally is, certain essential oils have a rich culinary history and can be used as with dietary supplements, supporting a variety of health conditions. Maybe if you're sprinkling cinnamon in your oatmeal, well, guess what? That's actually putting essential oils into your body. You can use it with cooking. You can use it in capsules. I highly recommend if you're using anything that's a little bit on the more potent side, like let's say if you feel like seasonal threats happening, you feel like you're starting to get sick, little scratchy throat, and you decide that you would like to put some of the best essential oils into a little capsule, that's a more effective way of taking it, and it's very easy because then you don't have to taste it if you don't want to taste it. When ingested, essential oils directly enter the bloodstream where they're transported throughout the body, and essential oils are lipid soluble, fat soluble, so they are readily transported to all the organs of the body, including the brain. Then, like most things that we consume, essential oils are metabolized by the liver and other organs, and then they are excreted. The composition of essential oils are highly complex. Each constituent possesses a unique set of biochemical properties that react with cells and organs in different ways. The body is only equipped to handle appropriate doses of essential oils. So it's really important to know the right way and the wrong way to use your essential oils. So I will tell you briefly, when I was first getting started with essential oils, I was feeling like I was getting sick, and I was reading in a book that oregano oil is very powerful, with anything. Like, I'm trying to go by the FDA rules of what we can say and what we can't say and be super compliant. But if you're getting sick or if you're not feeling good, oregano can kind of kick it to the curb, I guess I can say. So at the time I didn't have any capsules. And so what I did is I read that you could put a drop in maybe a teaspoon of honey. So I did that and I took it. And literally for 5 minutes, I thought I was going to die. It's a hot oil, so it literally was burning my throat. It was so strong. So that is not highly recommended. And when I teach classes and I talk to people, I always highly, highly, highly recommend that it is always put into a capsule, with food even. So I just like to be super clear on, again, knowing the right way to use the essential oils, especially if you're going to be taking them internally. When it comes to cooking, a little goes a long way. Essential oils are 40 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So as you're starting to learn to cook with the essential oils, you only need a little bit. Sometimes maybe just a little toothpick that you dab into the oil, that could be enough for an entire dish. So again, a little goes a long way, definitely something good to keep in mind. So we cook with the essential oils, we bake with the essential oils. This past Christmas, I made a really delicious lemon cake, and the icing was made with the doTERRA's lemon essential oil, and it turned out fantastic. You can actually add essential oils to your water to help kind of cleanse your organs and your body. You can add it into smoothies, milk, tea, other drinks. A great way to get your kids to use On Guard or to take On Guard is soaking little slices of apples in water with a drop of On Guard. So it actually tastes great, and they're actually getting something that's very healthy and preventative and help keep their immune system strong. So that's another great idea and a great way to use your essential oils. And again, I highly recommend having capsules on you at all times, not necessarily on you, like in your purse, but have them at home, because you never know when you're going to get sick. I think that's how it happens for most people. Everybody doesn't really pre-plan for being sick. It just sneaks up on us. So it's important to have the right tools to go to immediately. And capsules are something that you'll want to have on hand when using essential oils. Okay, essential oil safety, we did kind of just cover a little bit of that with using a carrier oil. I was recommending fractionated coconut oil. You never want to put essential oils in the eyes. If you were to get an essential oil in your eye, for example, if this was a live class, I would definitely have passed around peppermint essential oil during talking about diffusing. And I would have had you put a drop of essential oil, peppermint, in your hand. If you haven't done this, I highly recommend that you do it. Get your peppermint oil out, put it in your hand, rub your hands together, and just cup it over. Now, I'm always very clear and short to tell people to cup it over without touching their face. However, if somebody were to actually touch their eyes, it would really start to burn. Peppermint is extremely, extremely powerful. So you would flush your eyes with like olive oil or something, not water, because the water would intensify the burning sensation. So that's something very good to know too. So essential oils are natural, but they're still extremely powerful. So we have to make sure we store them properly, keep them out of the reach of children, avoid, putting it in the eyes, the ears, the nose, having carrier oils, being very clear if you have sensitivity issues and how to actually use those carrier oils. So I highly recommend to take a lot of my classes. You can always go to my website anytime, carriefernandez.com. I offer a lot of webinars. You can find my stuff on YouTube, in-person classes, but also get some books. There's a Modern Essentials book that's a great tool to have on hand if you're using essential oils. It's a great book to refer to all the time. There's another book called The Essential Life, which is probably my most favorite, but I kind of call it the Bible for essential oils. That one is a little less scientific. Modern Essentials is a little bit more scientific, but The Essential Life is, it really just covers everything. It even has, specifics of dosing and dosage and recipes and just things in there that you wouldn't even be able to imagine would be in there are. So great book to have when you're using your essential oils. You can get it on Amazon. Okay, why doTERRA? So I'm not going to spend too long going through this just because I want to get to the fun stuff, and I just want you to have a little introduction. There's a lot of different essential oils out there. Why would you choose doTERRA? You would choose doTERRA really because of how they source their oils. One of the reasons I chose doTERRA is because of their co-impact sourcing. And basically, it sources their oils from all over the world so that each oil is derived from its indigenous environment. When they're all grown and harvested in the proper altitude, climate, seasons, the soil that you end up with is far superior than anything else. And this is where doTERRA's commitment to purity begins, because they will only bottle the best of the best of the best. And you basically are getting something that is pure, safe, and potent. Okay, so like I said, potent because a little goes a long way. It's natural. There's no artificial ingredients, fragrances, or fillers. If you were to go to get an essential oil from a Whole Foods or any kind of store that's selling an essential oil, there's probably only a couple drops in there that are completely pure, because the FDA only requires 2 or 3 drops of pure essential oil in each bottle, which is pretty crazy, which is why you can't ingest most essential oils. You can ingest doTERRA's essential oils, the majority of them. Make sure you read the bottle to make sure if you can take it internally. Most of doTERRA's oils you can, because they're certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, which means nothing artificial, nothing fake, completely pure. They're certified to be free of pesticides and other chemicals, any kind of residues. They have the highest standard and highest quality of essential oils, which is why they are the #1 essential oil company in the entire world. So there's, you know, when we're talking about standards, there's different grades. Like, for example, if you were, something synthetic would be if you were going to go buy a lemon pledge to clean your house with. That lemon scent is, if it says scent or fragrance, that just means fake. So it's really important to become a label reader, because you don't want to use synthetic things in your house, because that's actually, you know, putting toxins into your house and into your body and your families. So as we start learning more about essential oils, well, I'm going to talk about a little bit about cleaning in just a little bit. But so the lemon pledge is, like I said, it's synthetic. Then you could have a therapeutic grade quality, like maybe you go get a massage and somebody offers you, you know, would you like some lavender oil to enhance your massage? So there are therapeutic benefits that you can get out of that. It's a little bit better than the synthetic grade. Then a step up from that, you would have grass, which is generally recognized as safe. So again, you're at a higher level. You can ingest it. And then there's one level higher than that, which is CPTG, which is doTERRA's standard, which is certified pure therapeutic grade. So when you're using doTERRA, just feel confident that you are using the best of the best. You can't get a better product out there. They're just the best. Okay, we're going to go on. All right, so that's a little bit about their I didn't go into too much detail about co-impact sourcing, but you can Google it and check it out. It's pretty amazing. And I'll just mention that one of the things when I was looking into doTERRA before I started, you know, getting my own account and using the essential oils myself regularly, I was looking into the company. And one of the things that I love about doTERRA is they really just have a lot of integrity. All of these countries that they're going into are very impoverished countries where they really are just going in and they're building schools and they're providing jobs and work and just some really amazing things that they're doing for these countries. So definitely know that your oils are not only the best, but it's coming from a company that does the best things for those places that they're going into, which I think is very important. Okay, so we are going to start with, let's talk about which essential oils are going to be most popular for starting out with when you're basic, brand new to essential oils. Most popular products is what I'm going to cover today. So lavender, lemon, peppermint, melaleuca, frankincense, oregano, deep blue, digestin, breathe, on guard, and we're going to talk briefly about the lifelong vitality pack. All right, so lavender. This is there's a few products that I will say, and it's going to be in this list today, the things that we're going over for a reason. But lavender is one of the most selling, most popular essential oils. And it's because of all of the amazing benefits that you get from lavender. So it's been used and cherished for centuries for its unmistakable aroma and all the different benefits that you can get. In ancient times, the Egyptians and the Romans used lavender for bathing, relaxing, cooking, and also as a perfume. Its calming and relaxing qualities, when taken internally, continue to be lavender's most notable attributes. Applied topically, lavender is frequently used to reduce the appearance of skin imperfections. Added to bath water to soak away the stress of the day. Maybe spritz on your pillows or your bedding at night to help you have a more relaxed, calming sleep. And also applied to the bottoms of the feet for a more restful night's sleep as well. Due to lavender's versatile properties, it's also considered one of the must-haves to have on you all the time. So it can be used aromatically, topically, internally, and you see the little symbols underneath the screen right here, A-T-I-N. That's how you know the different ways you can use it, aromatically, topically, internally. And N stands for neat, which means you can apply without a carrier oil. However, once again, I recommend if you have never used lavender oil that you dilute it in the beginning. And like I said earlier when we were talking about diluting and using a fractionated coconut oil, when you actually dilute, and let's say you were putting it on your arm, rather than just put a drop on and rub it in, when you use a carrier oil, it helps it to spread over a wider area. So it's actually, the oils are sinking into your skin slower. So it's not making it less effective. It's actually just as effective, if not more effective, because it's going to be sinking into your skin a little bit more slowly, therefore reducing any kind of, skin irritations or any, sensitivities that you might have. Lemon. Clean and freshen. Add a drop to honey to soothe the dry throats, diffuse in the room to reduce odors and elevate your mood. You can clean your kitchen counters. My kitchen counters and all-purpose cleaner is On Guard and lemon. I'll talk a little bit about On Guard in a few minutes, but lemon is definitely always in my house. It's always in my purse. It's one of my most used essential oils, without a doubt. The cleansing and purifying and invigorating properties of lemon make it one of the most versatile oils, not to mention the top-selling essential oils that doTERRA offers. So you can do anything from putting a couple drops in your water all the time to help kind of cleanse out your system. And that's something that you can do around the clock. Lemon in your water all of the time. You can clean your house with it. You can diffuse to kill, bacteria in the air, helps to keep everything purified. It is a mood enhancing essential oil. Citrus scents are very uplifting. One of my favorites is to diffuse lemon and peppermint together. I enjoy peppermint diffused with any of the citrus oils, but lemon and peppermint alone together smell absolutely fantastic. If you're using lemon topically, just be sure to cover up. I would never put it on my face and go out in the sun, because it's the citrus oils, the lemon oils, actually you could burn a whole lot faster. So again, that's why we have classes and books and things like that, because we need to know the right ways to use our essential oils. It's an amazing essential oil, but definitely you would not want to use it going out if you're going to be going out into the sun, probably within about 24 hours. Let's move on. Peppermint, love, love, love peppermint. One of the favorites without a doubt. So lemon, lavender, and peppermint are 3 popular essential oils. And you can use peppermint for so many different things. It can aid with digestion. It can help help reduce a headache. Just kind of put a little bit right here on your temples. It's very cool. It's very invigorating. It actually it's a hybrid of watermint and spearmint. And the high menthol content found in doTERRA's peppermint essential oil distinguishes the best quality peppermint from any other product that you can find. It's frequently used in toothpaste and chewing gum, oral hygiene. It alleviates occasional stomach upset, promotes healthy respiratory function when taken internally. It continues to be one of the best-selling favorites because of all of the many benefits that you can get from it. So you can use a drop of peppermint along with lemon, or the citrus, grapefruit, anything in water for a healthy and refreshing mouth rinse. You can take a couple drops in a veggie capsule to alleviate stomach upset. You can add a drop to your smoothies. I've made homemade ice cream before and made, peppermint ice cream. It's delicious. It definitely puts a fun, refreshing twist on some different beverages and drinks when you add it in. Make sure when you're using essential oils you're drinking it, you want to always use them in glass, not in plastic, because the essential oils are very, very powerful and it can actually eat away at the plastic. So you would only want to put them in glass. So like, let's say you're hitting the gym and you want something that's healthy and refreshing, kind of gives you a little pick-me-up. You could do, a glass bottle and put lemon and peppermint both in it. So you're cleansing your organs with the lemon and getting that invigorating, from the peppermint. You can also place a drop in the palm of your hand, like I was saying earlier, cup it over and breathe it in. You're really going to feel it kind of cleanse your airways and open up your respiratory airways, just so you can really breathe. Like maybe if you're feeling a little stuffy, or if you have a cold, people who struggle with asthma and things like that might find that the peppermint kind of helps open up their airways a little bit so they can breathe a little bit better. Really great essential oil. Again, one that is always with me at all times. So yeah, people are raving about lemon, lavender, and peppermint because, like I just said, they're super, super popular and they offer just a huge amount of benefits. So those are oils to have on hand at all times. Melaleuca. So more commonly known as tea tree, Melaleuca essential oil has over 92 different compounds and limitless applications. The leaves of the Melaleuca tree were used by the Aborigines of Australia for centuries. And there's an interesting story that goes along with this. There was a body of water in Australia, and the Aborigines used to believe that the water was healing waters, they used to call it. but there were these big melaleuca trees all around it. And we know today that it was actually the leaves falling into the body of water, and that's what kind of made it sort of medicinal. So people would go and soak in these waters because they felt that they were healing waters when they had different ailments. But now we know it's the melaleuca leaves that were actually making the body of water pretty much medicinal. So it's pretty amazing. They would also, the Aborigines would crush the leaves and inhale to promote feelings of clear breathing, and apply the leaves directly to the skin for a cooling effect. Melaleuca is best known for its purifying properties. So many uses for Melaleuca. Any kind of skin irritations, that's kind of a number one. You can just apply a couple of drops, 1 to 2 drops of Melaleuca onto the affected area. You can also put a couple drops in water, citrus drinks, veggie capsules to support healthy immune system. Once again, all of these oils have so many more benefits than what I'm covering. I'm just trying to give you a great understanding and also, keep the class moving along. Oregano. So I've kind of told you a little bit about this one. This is a must-have oil, and also I call it a scary oil in my classes, not to scare anybody away. But it is a hot oil, and you have to be really careful with how you use it. You don't want to just spill it onto your skin or anything like that. If you're putting anything topically on, like let's say you're using oregano on the bottoms of your feet, then you would obviously dilute, a fair amount depending on what the purpose is that you're using it for. But I feel that the only place for oregano is truly in a capsule. But of course, people use it in cooking. So again, probably a toothpick amount for an entire dish is probably what you need. It acts as a very powerful cleansing agent. You can clean your house with it. If you like the smell of oregano, clean your house with it because it is very, very powerful. And people think of oregano and they usually just think of an herb for cooking, but oregano has so many uses other than cooking. It's one of the most potent and powerful essential oils, and it's been used for centuries in traditional practices. The primary chemical components of oregano is carvacrol and a phenol that possesses antioxidant properties when ingested. My favorite essential oils to ingest in a capsule if I'm feeling like I'm getting sick are oregano, frankincense, melaleuca, lemon, and On Guard. I put all 5 of those essential oils into a capsule, and I take it 3 times a day with food, and it really just will knock anything that's coming on out of my system. Those are my favorites to use. The next we're going to talk about is frankincense. Frankincense is an absolutely amazing oil. I always say if I was stuck on a desert island and I could only take one essential oil with me, that would be it. There are so many uses for essential oils. You could almost use frankincense for just about everything. It's often called the king of kings. Frankincense promotes feelings of peace and overall wellness when used aromatically, while topical and internal uses provide modern health benefits. Renowned as one of the most prized and precious oils, frankincense has extraordinary health benefits. And I don't know who's watching this, but if you are, into reading the Bible at all, this is the same frankincense and myrrh that they talk about in the Bible. This is the same frankincense. So a lot of times when we talk about essential oils, although I do feel they're becoming a lot more popular and people are becoming more aware of them now, which I love. But in the beginning, still some people out there now that think, oh, essential oils or snake oils or, whatever people might have the thoughts of essential oils. Some people think it's a fad, something new. It's not. Essential oils have been around for thousands and thousands of years. We've been using them for so long, and now it's just becoming more popular, I believe, because people are looking for more natural solutions. According to a study a couple years back, over 50% of the population in the United States are actually addicted to prescription drugs. And a lot of times people, when you're addicted to a prescription drug, you have some sort of side effect. And so let's say the side effect is like a headache or something, and then you're trying to take something else to cover up with the headache. So it's like becomes this vicious cycle of, taking something for one purpose, then having other ailments happen because of it. And you constantly are trying to take something to cover up whatever else is going on, to where it becomes you're addicted to, different kinds of, whatever prescription drugs. So people, I feel, now are becoming more aware of that in the United States, and they're looking for more natural solutions to, if you can sleep better at night with using essential oils rather than taking a pill to make you feel, like you have to fall asleep and then you're groggy the next day. I think natural solutions, obviously, I think natural solutions are the key. That's why I'm doing this. But frankincense is truly amazing. And I'll tell you briefly too, that there's over 10,000 case studies out there specifically. And you can go to pubmed.gov to check this out. But it's actually, the studies are frankincense versus chemotherapy. And this was actually used in brain cancer patients. And the way that they were using it, they would put a drop of frankincense on the pad of their thumb, put it on the roof of their mouth. They would also put it on the back of their brain stem, bottoms of the feet, and they would also take it internally every few hours, 2 to 3 hours, I believe. And the frankincense actually proved to be more effective than the chemotherapy. And so, of course, with FDA regulations, what I can and cannot say, trying to be very proper with the terminology and things that I'm saying in the class, but it is proven that frankincense kills cancer cells, and that is a fact. So I can feel confident saying that to all of you, but there's amazing information out there. If you just put in frankincense and cancer, just Google it, and there's a lot of research and things that you can find of just some amazing stuff. So you can contact me specifically. I have a lot more information on that, but I'm just, again, trying to keep it short. And we are limited to, what the FDA allows us to teach about the essential oils. Deep Blue. This is definitely one of my favorites. So I am a ballroom dance instructor. I have been teaching for over 18 years. I was a competitor. I was a professional ballet dancer before that. I have a lot of aches and pains, and this is an essential oil that's really fabulous with just helping your achy, sore muscles, exercising too much, just being sore, it can help aid when you have, tendinitis or bursitis or things like that. I will say that you can't expect to have an injury, let's say anything chronic is anything 6 months or longer. If you have a chronic pain, you can put an essential oil on like Deep Blue, and you're going to find probably some relief with it. But something else to keep in mind, if you have chronic pain, then you actually should be addressing the inflammation with inside the body. So the oils can only do so much on the outside of the body. But it is, if you're, on your feet all day, you come home, rub some Deep Blue all over your feet, put socks on, go to sleep, you're going to wake up and your feet are going to feel really great the next day. Really helps with, it can be beneficial for people who struggle with arthritis. They can have a lot of benefits from it. Rub on muscles before and after exercise to reduce any kind of discomfort. It's also actually a great pre-workout essential oil too. So if you're going to go for a run, or if you're going to be, working out with weights really hard, using the Deep Blue can be very helpful as a pre-workout as well. Breathe. Love this one. And the cool thing about this is they have Breathe, which is the picture that you're looking at. They also have it's about this big, there's a Breathe stick, which is great. And it's already like sort of it's in a stick format, kind of like I'll compare it to an all-natural kind of Vicks, and it's great for using with your kids or anybody with sensitive skin. You just kind of pop the top off, rub it onto the chest. I'll rub it right underneath the nose. My son's 3 now, so he knows once I rub it on not to touch it. If you have a baby and they're congested, you wouldn't want them touching. You can't use it somewhere where they might touch their eyes or things like that. So bottoms of the feet, anytime I should have said this at the beginning of class when we were talking about topically, but applying essential oils to the bottoms of the feet, after 20 minutes, it's in every cell of your body. It only takes 10 seconds to get into your bloodstream. After 20 minutes, it's in every cell of your body. So it's very effective putting essential oils on the bottoms of the feet. And with my son, or kids or babies, that's one of the number one ways you're going to be using the essential oils, is really just on the bottoms of the feet. And with my son now, I'm just, like I was saying, I'm just getting to the point where I can rub it underneath his nose and he knows not to touch it. If he was younger, I obviously would only be putting on the bottoms of his feet or maybe on his chest with a shirt on over it, so he, can't touch it. But you can diffuse, you can inhale directly from the palms or rub on the chest or the feet when seasonal threats are at their highest. Diffuser, if you have a diffuser, I highly recommend, if you're using essential oils, you have to have a diffuser. It's one of the main ways we use essential oils. We can't always be, you know, rubbing it into our hands and smelling it, it is effective that way, but we need something to constantly be pushing the essential oils out into the air. So the diffuser is one of the best ways that you can use it. So if you are, you know, those seasonal threats are hitting and you're not feeling good for whatever reason, put that diffuser right next to your bedside so it can just blow right on you and you can reap all of those benefits. Digestin. Digestin is a very powerful essential oil. I usually say that, you know, throw out your Pepto-Bismol and replace it with this. It smells like black licorice, so I know that's a love or hate thing for most people. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I don't love the smell of black licorice. But I will tell you, this is the most effective essential oil. As soon as you have any kind of stomach upset, you can just put a couple drops, like 1 to 3 drops you can put it in a glass of water. I put like a shot glass of water because, you know, I don't really want to smell black licorice for a while. So I'll just do it like a shot. And seriously, within minutes, you're going to start to feel better. It's pretty crazy. It's well known for its ability to aid in digestion, soothes occasional stomach upset, and maintain overall digestive health when taken internally. So just add a few drops to your water. They also make this in a capsule form. So if you have, it's a soft gel, so it'll take a little bit longer, you know, to break down in your body before it becomes effective. But you can take the capsule, you can put it in a capsule, or you can just purchase the soft gels as well. The soft gels are great. If I'm traveling, I always have the soft gels with me because isn't it usually when we travel where we try different foods or, you know, I think sometimes traveling alone kind of messes up your body a little bit. So digestin is something that you want to have with you at all times. So the capsules are super, super easy. Not the capsules. The soft gels are super easy to travel with. On Guard, one of the best essential oils, one of the first essential oils I started using. I used to own a ballroom dance studio. And when I first was introduced to doTERRA, I was sick all the time, little colds, not like sick, like can't go into work. I was in the position where I was, you know, a new business owner. I was the only business owner. I did everything, the hiring, the firing, the books, the, you know, scheduling, the sales, everything. So I was probably just overloaded and stressed, and that's probably why I was getting sick. But a lady actually brought me in a diffuser to borrow for a few weeks, and she gave me On Guard, peppermint, and wild orange. And she told me to diffuse them together. The On Guard, because it's antiviral and antibacterial, so it's really going to cleanse the air. And then the peppermint to be very uplifting. And then the wild orange for really just like the mood enhancement. And I would diffuse that. And I didn't know anything at the time about doTERRA or about essential oils, but I started diffusing it, and the students loved the way it smelled. So really that could be a sweaty type of environment, you know, ballroom dance studio, and it's mostly adults. And so I wanted to create a very nice, you know, smell when people were coming in. So everybody loved it. So really that's why I continued to use it. I didn't know anything about how great these oils were or that it was antiviral. And so time passed, 3 or 4 months, and I realized I wasn't getting sick anymore. And I thought, of course, my first thought is, oh, it's not from the essential oils. And so fast forward over time, I really started researching the essential oils. I started researching specifically doTERRA's essential oils and how, you know, potent they are. And then I came across a case study that was on PubMed.gov that was On Guard versus kitchen Clorox cleanup. And On Guard kept salmonella away 2 weeks longer than the kitchen Clorox cleanup. And so that to me was like, wow, that was pretty crazy. There's not many things out there. And I hate bleach. I hate the smell of it. I mean, I think anybody that cleans with bleach, or even if you're cleaning with Windex, if you actually look at the small print on, you usually have to look through the Windex bottle in order to see the print. Obviously, they do that for a reason. You're supposed to be wearing a mask when you spray Windex. And so we don't think of these things. We just get used to it on a daily basis of cleaning with really toxic things, which toxins cause sickness. So On Guard for me was a very simple way to clean my house. And like I said, I do On Guard and lemon, and with a bottle of water, like a 8-ounce glass bottle, I do On Guard and lemon. That's what I clean everything with. If I feel like I need a little bit more of scrubbing action, like a soft scrub type of action, then I'll actually do baking soda I'll use the essential oils. Maybe I'll do like a little squeeze of Dr. Bonner's Castile soap, and I just mix it up, and that becomes a really delicious smelling soft scrub type of cleaner. So On Guard is pretty amazing. So you can put it in capsules, take it internally. You can put it in your water. You can clean your house with it. You can soak apple slices for it. I always like to tell people that with kids, because we're always looking for healthy ways for them to snack and get, you know, the nutrients and the immune boosting, you know, properties and things. So sometimes with kids it's a little bit hard, but the apples are really fun. And then if you're, you know, applying, you know, on your skin, then you want to make sure you use a carrier oil, because there is cinnamon in it, which is a hot oil. So just make sure you, you know, put some fractionated coconut oil with that. It's also in all of my, I make all of my hand cleaners, like hand soaps, anything that are in the bathrooms at my home or in my kitchen. So that's, I also do On Guard and lemon. You can use any essential oil that you prefer. Like if you wanted to do something more like lavender and eucalyptus that smells great, kind of spa-like. But the reason why I always choose On Guard is for the antiviral bacteria properties that are in it. All right, this is the last one we're going to touch on. This could be a whole class separately, but this is doTERRA's #1 selling product, the Lifelong Vitality. So I could talk forever about this, because I have had tears in my hips for the last 6 years. And I have tried many things. I was put on different prescriptions and things like that. And it was the Lifelong Vitality that I found that helped me stay out of the most pain. And I didn't realize it until I was taking them for a while, maybe, I don't even know exactly, months, probably 3, 4, 5 months. And then I remember we were moving, and for me, it's out of sight, out of mind. If my vitamins are not sitting out on my counter, then I forget to take them. And I had forgotten to take them for a few days, and I was very, very, very achy. So I initially didn't think it was the vitamins. So I kind of played with it. I got back on them. I purposely got off them, and I felt the same way. And I did this enough times to realize, like, absolutely, it was the vitamins that are keeping me feeling so good. So what I have found in those vitamins, you see, you have 3 different vitamins. So you're taking pills from each bottle, but it's the alpha CRS is actually what helps me with the inflammation in the body. And then the XEO omegas are basically your omegas that you need. And then the Microplex MVP is the food nutrient complex. So anybody who struggles with chronic pain that I briefly mentioned about before needs to be on the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Anybody that's highly struggling with depression needs to be on the Lifelong Vitality Pack. The best way I can explain it in the last couple minutes that we have left is it sort of fixes you from the inside out. So we don't get all of the nutrients that we need just from the things that we eat. So we have to supplement. And the amazing things about these vitamins is they are 100%, your body absorbs 100% of everything that's in them. And you probably know, if you've taken vitamins, that once you take vitamins, usually after a little while, and you go to the restroom, you see that your, urine is probably like bright yellow. And that's because your body is flushing out, the vitamins, and your body can only absorb so much. So this is actually, has been tested so much, and it's the perfect amount for your body to absorb. You're not flushing anything out. There are no fillers. It's pretty amazing. And I have sampled a lot of it out. And I will tell you, the people who tell me that they, get a lot of stomach upset with vitamins, I have 1 or 2 ladies, one specifically that I'm thinking of, that throws up with anything that she takes internally. I actually recommended for her to start with the kids' vitamins first and then move up to this. And now she's still on them today, and she absolutely loves them. I hear amazing benefits that people tell me that they gain from these vitamins, and it's kind of endless. I mean, I have, ladies telling me that their hair is growing back in more full. This is not just for ladies, it's guys and girls, of course. But people telling me that the mental clarity that they have, the energy that they have, I mean, just endless. I could go on and on. For me personally, because I have a 3-year-old, I don't think I never feel crazy energetic like that, but I do an awful lot. So maybe that's a lot to do with the vitamins that I do take. But the main thing for me is managing the pain within my body. So we all need to be on vitamins, but we will get many more benefits from these vitamins than we, thought we would get from the very beginning. So Lifelong Vitality Pack is fantastic. They also have a daily nutrient pack, which is basically like the essential oils, the omegas, and also the food nutrient complex, just minus the CRS bottle. So if you don't have any, chronic pain or any injuries, you feel great, you're young, and you don't really want that cellular complex, you could get the nutrient pack, and it's just the 2 packs of pills as well. I still recommend the full 3, the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I heard somebody say at a convention that I was at, take the pills now or you're going to take them later. And I think that that's very true. Take them now, and you are basically keeping your body healthy and strong now. So you don't have to get sick and take all of those pills or prescriptions or whatever else that, it might lead to down the road. So take the Lifelong Vitality Pack. They have 100% money back guarantee your first month. So order them. If you don't like them, you can get your money back. I've been doing this for a long time. I've never once heard of somebody getting calling for their money back. So it's an amazing product. This is the reason why they're the #1 selling product that doTERRA offers. All right. So they are raving about On Guard and Lifelong Vitality. And keep in mind that On Guard, they have a whole line of On Guard products. So the oil is so amazing that they have created, laundry detergent and toothpaste and all kinds of really great stuff. So you'll have to check it out. With doTERRA, you are in control. So it's up to you what you do now, but hopefully, if you're brand new, and this is the first time you're really getting an experience with essential oils, it takes time. And I highly suggest and recommend that you get a book and you start reading it, take a lot of classes, learn as much as you can, know the different ways to use essential oils. You can't get it immediately. It kind of is something that happens over time. The more you use them, the more uses you will find for them. And really just become in control of your own life. I love knowing that, when something happens, I can go to my medicine cabinet and grab out my essential oils and use them versus some kind of medication or something that a doctor would want to take. It's just a really great feeling to be in control of my life and my family's life. Now what? You have to decide, are you ready to start with essential oils? So there's a few different ways that you start with essential oils, and basically you get to decide. So you can purchase at retail, you can purchase at wholesale, or you can purchase below wholesale. And if you're purchasing at retail, then you can just go to my website, carriefernandez.com, and click on shop. It'll bring you to my retail link, or go to the retail link of whoever invited you to watch this class. However, I will tell you, most people don't do that. Most people want to get, wholesale pricing. So wholesale is really simple. I usually compare it to a Costco membership. It's only $35. It's a one-time fee. And basically you get you get to order whatever you'd like at 25% off for the entire year. There's no, amount of, orders. You don't have to reach anything, monthly, or you don't even have to order every month. You only have to order 1 order per year to keep your account. After that, if you choose to keep your wholesale account, then it's $25 per year after that. And at that time, doTERRA sends you a free peppermint as well. So it kind of evens out. To purchase below wholesale, the company offers something called loyalty rewards. It's a loyalty rewards program, kind of like a frequent flyer mile type of program. So with that, the more you fly, the more flights that you get. The same thing with the oils. The more, oils you purchase, the more free stuff you get. So just to keep it super simple, the way that it works is the first 3 months that you're ordering consistently in doTERRA, you get 10% back in points plus shipping. So let's just you can order, as much or as little as you want, but let's say you're ordering $100, you would get $10 back in points. And if you're doing the lower cost shipping, I think it's $3.99, so you actually would get $13.99 back in product points, and you can let your points roll over. You can use them whenever you want to. After the first 3 months, it goes up to 15%, then 20, then 25. At month 13, you top out at 30%. So now anytime, I've been doing this over 13 months, so anytime I place a $100 order, or any order, I'm just using $100 to keep it simple, but I will get $30 plus my shipping back in points. So I don't know any credit card that offers 30% back. So it's a really great deal. So be sure that, you order something each month if you want to get up to that 30%. It's pretty great. So that's pretty much it. If you start with a starter kit, doTERRA has a lot of starter kits, and they're really smart the way they put them together, because when you're using essential oils, it's not one or two essential oils that you need. When something happens, it's usually you need enough essential oils to try, like, oh, my stomach hurts today, then you're going to kind of go to the digests, and oh, I have a headache, maybe you're going to go to your peppermint. Oh, I have sore muscles, you're going to go to your deep blue. So there's a lot of different essential oils that you need to get started. So they've put together little packages of kits basically that you can start with. They have small kits, medium kits, larger kits. So you can go to Google and just Google doTERRA enrollment kits with the year. So if this is 2018, you would Google doTERRA enrollment kits 2018 and just click on it. Check out all of the enrollment kits. And that what you will need to do is get with the person that invited you here. If that's me, then I will have already provided you with a wholesale form. You just fill it out, get it back to me, and I'll start your account. Or I will walk you through with the process of where to go online, and you can actually fill it out yourself. It's very simple. So you purchase at retail, wholesale. If you get on that loyalty rewards program, it's a monthly order. You don't have to. You can cancel anytime you want to, but it does give you a lot more discounts. And also the company offers a free product of the month. As long as you place a $125 order by the 15th of the month, any month, you'll get a free product, and they change it each month. So you get a chance to try out a lot of different essential oils. It's pretty amazing. And I am in love with the products. I've had so many amazing benefits happen with the essential oils. I love the vitamins, and I can't say enough great things about it. So hopefully today you feel empowered that you can do a little bit more naturally. I feel personally, if you have kids, essential oils are a must. If you are pregnant, essential oils are a must, because there's so many things that you can't use when you're pregnant. So many things you can't use on your kids. So you need natural products that are going to give them the most benefits that they can possibly get and that you can possibly get. So my website, carriefernandez.com. That's CARRIE Fernandez, FERNANDEZ.com. You can learn more about me. Click on my calendar, check out all my classes. Follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube. I do the most on Facebook. But I would love to get an email from you, info@carriefernandez.com, if you have any questions. Otherwise, get with the person that invited you today. Check out those enrollment kits. Let them help you pick out the best kit that fits your lifestyle and your budget. And then get started, and then start learning more. Take classes. This is a learning process. So I will look forward to having all of you in a future class. And you can find me on YouTube. I have a lot of classes. It's Carrie Fernandez, Health for Life. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. Again, looking forward to talking to you.